In this video, I am going to give you my 6 tips to successfully negotiate tax appeals. A disclaimer: I am not a lawyer, appraiser, or representative for any tax assessor's office. This video should not be considered official legal, financial, or professional advice. If you need official legal, financial, or professional advice, you should hire a professional to discuss your situation. I am only providing general information based on my personal research, experiences, and opinions. Contact your local tax assessor's office for official, county-specific information. My first tip to successfully negotiate a tax appeal is that you should be professional and you should be civil in all of your interactions. Being professional and being civil doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything that is being told to you. What being professional and being civil is all about is allowing you to be able to keep the lines of communication open so that you can move forward towards your goals in the tax appeal. I know there are some people who do business through bullying, intimidation, and otherwise engage in outrageous behavior to get their way. But in my opinion, if you expect to successfully negotiate tax appeals in an ongoing basis of your properties, you're going to have to adopt a different attitude. And so behaving professionally and civilly is very important to successfully negotiate a tax appeal. My second tip to negotiating a successful tax appeal is be prepared. What I mean by being prepared is get your photos together, get your documents together, get your sales comps together. Know your property. Make notes of the property and this current situation. When you're prepared, other people will know you're prepared as well. When you're prepared, you will be better equipped to deal with whatever comes your way, and the other side will respect you a lot more for it. By being prepared and having your documents and your evidence in line with your values, you are more likely to win your appeal than not. My third tip in negotiating a successful tax appeal is know the process. And what I mean by know the process is the fact that the more you know how things work, the more likely you will be able to get through it in a successful manner. For example, you should know that you get 45 days from the date you received your annual notice of assessment to file an appeal. You should know that you need to get your county's tax appeal form. You should know that every county has their own variation of their tax appeal form. You should know that when you submit your tax appeal form, you will eventually get a written response. And when you get that written response, you should know that you can either accept the value or continue the appeal. You should know that if you continue an appeal, a BOE hearing date will be set for you. So these are all examples of what I mean by knowing the process. The more you know about the process, the easier it is to get through them. My fourth tip to successfully negotiating a tax appeal is respecting the deadlines. Some deadlines are non-negotiable. If you miss a deadline, your tax appeal can be over for that year, or you simply can't progress to the next stage if you miss the deadline. There are other informal deadlines that a county may impose. For example, some counties may set a certain date for you to submit supporting documentation for your appeal. And if you don't do it, you don't necessarily lose your appeal rights, but you don't create goodwill with the tax assessor's office. And I'm a big believer in trying to create goodwill whenever you can. My fifth tip to successfully negotiating a tax appeal is committing to the process. And what I mean by committing to the process is that you're going to be patient and you're going to let the process unfold one step at a time. Over the years, I learned that the tax appeal process is actually quite methodical and it's on a very slow timeline. Over the years, I have learned that being patient and letting the process play out yields great dividends. There are certain things that you can't force. And the reason why you can't force things is that the tax assessor's office works in a certain way, and it can vary from county to county. To some degree, you're going to have to adapt to their schedules. Another example of committing to the process is allowing your tax appeal case to go to a BOE hearing. Just because a BOE hearing has been set doesn't mean you have to actually attend it. You may end up settling the case before the BOE hearing date. Whether you settle a tax appeal case or you attend a BOE hearing, I am very much committed to the process. And my final tip to successfully negotiating a tax appeal is know when to stop. And what I mean by knowing when to stop is some people are so immersed in the dispute they have lost sight of the bigger picture. And what I mean by the big picture is making sure the assessed value is reasonably close to your value. And another big picture goal of mine is to negotiate a settlement so that the value is frozen for the next 3 years. What you want to do is lock down the value for 3 tax years and not have to worry about it. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. While you're at it, take a look at these other videos that I've recommended for you, and I'll see you in my next video.